I don't want
we
to
don't want to
remember
talk
the
about that,
experience.
but we had
Shit.
issues, and
My God.
we tried this thing.
Mm,
We are not exaggerating. We tried this thing like 50 times.
honestly.
Like 50 times, even no more than 50 times. And at some point, I was almost giving
Hello
up. At some point,
everyone. Trust you all are doing well. Hope you're doing very fine.
Yep.
Because we are doing
Very
great.
fine.
Yes. So thank you guys for the last video. Thank you.
Yeah.
So we really appreciate your love. Thank you. And then before we continue, right now, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe.
Click on the subscribe button.
That's right. And then like this video and share to your friends and to your loved ones.
Okay, so these few days we noticed something in our environment. So I'll just give you a brief story about how we came up with the beggar strategy, and then dive straight into the applications and all of the beggar strategy. Okay, so we noticed that there are some 2, 3, sometimes 1 beggars at a particular junction where we pass to work every day, whether I work anywhere, every day. And every time that we pass there, these guys are always ailing us. Not like normal good morning, like hey baba, something like that. Yes, every day. And
but you'll be hearing things like good morning sir,
exactly,
good morning ma,
exactly.
and you'll be wondering, okay,
exactly. So when we noticed, okay, so we called our attention to it that these guys, they've always been greeting us persistent, like they've been consistent about the greeting. Now those people used a strategy on us. They've made their impression over the weeks, over the month,
honestly,
that made us to decide that these people, I'm going to give them something. And from there, we said, this is a very strong strategy that we all can use as individuals, as singles, as married couples,
honestly,
as anything. It's a strategy that would work in almost everything that you want to do.
That's the background story to the beggar strategy. And then we just decided, as we were led to come up with application of these strategies to singles and to married, and I will tell you they are powerful. But before we go into that, let's talk about the lessons from this beggar strategy. Okay, we've noticed these things about them, so we came out with very, very powerful lessons from those beggar strategy. There are about 7 or 8 of them, and we need you to take note of every single one because every one of them is important. Honestly, if you take note of each of these lessons, you would have a smooth ride. Do you understand? So we start with the first lesson. Number 1, they don't discriminate. They don't discriminate. So what we mean by that is, number 1, irrespective of you trekking, irrespective of you driving, irrespective of you on a bike, they do not discriminate.
Exactly.
Whoever they see, exactly. So they see you on a suit, they see you on agbada, they see you on just mufti, they greet you, they hail you. Do you understand?
They make you feel special.
That's right. So they do not discriminate. That's point 1. That's number 1 lesson. Now, number 2 lesson is they are happy.
Yes.
Happy people, you see, in this world, if we have lots of happy people, we would have lots of happy home. Exactly. You understand? Because whatever, irrespective of your condition at a particular point in time, if you're happy, it radiates into other areas of your life, and then it affects the people around you. Now, they show that happiness and positivity when we pass by. Did you understand? And as I said before, they do not discriminate, and they show that happiness. In fact, when we just pass by, we just see them smile, greeting you and smiling, and I'll be like, in this condition, these people are still smiling. They are still happy. That's powerful, honestly. And that takes us to point number 3, which is they are jovial.
Yes, they are very jovial. Just like I said, irrespective of where they are or whatsoever thing that you feel that is doing them, they are very jovial. They interact with you. I mean, like on the jovial level.
Honestly.
They don't feel like, oh God, I'm still single, I'm 30, I'm still single,
That's right.
I'm going to be 35.
That's right.
God, what's happening?
That's right.
And then because of that, they don't keep to themselves, or because of that, they don't even see some cliques as people that they can mingle with. They don't see some of their colleagues that is probably like 26 or 25 that's gotten married, and then because they are like 30 or 30 something, they feel like, no. They deal with everybody very well. Everybody jovially,
right.
like open, be opened, enjoy yourself, enjoy the moment, enjoy meeting people.
So, and this takes us to point number 4. They are positive in their attitude. You see, attitude is everything.
Yep.
Attitude is everything. You know, there was a book I was reading at some point, and they said when you add the numbers, you know, in alphabets, attitude makes up 100%. So A for 1, T for whatever number it is, I for whatever number it is, calculate everything together and it gives you 100%. When you have the right attitude, people can perceive it and they come closer to you. So as a single person, even if you are not in a relationship yet, don't let it determine how you relate with people. Don't let it determine how you do the things you do.
Very good attitude.
Give a good attitude, a good aura. That person is waiting for you somewhere and is observing you. So take note of that.
Attitude even feels more like magnets.
That's
you know,
right.
it attracts good things to you. You have good attitude, and then it attracts, you know, people that would value you, people that would see this good attitude and then want to say, oh my God, I like this attitude. Do you know that there are sometimes that you see some people or you meet some people, it's not as if they are physically 100% like that, or maybe they are materially 100%, but their attitude just captures your eye, like almost how, you know, that kind of stuff. So attitude is very, very important. They are serious magnets that can attract good things to your life.
That's right. And that takes us to the next point. They anticipate favorable results. You see, they are, because of their positive attitude, because of their happiness and their jovial nature, they anticipate favorable results because they know that these things will attract good things to them. So now, how does it apply to a single person? You know, you are positive, you have a jovial attitude, you anticipate a favorable response. So you know that one day somebody's they when I know vex, but take it like that. So the point the point we're making is this, that favorable results, they anticipate favorable results, because the truth be told, these things are in the mind. See, if you have conquered the battle in your mind, you've conquered it physically. I'm telling you, physically it might be looking as if it's not working yet, but so far you have conquered it in your mind. I'm telling you, it's going to reflect physically. All right, so that takes us to the next point, which is they are persistent and consistent. Have you noticed that despite the fact that when we pass there most of the time, they still keep greeting? Even though we had not given them anything yet for weeks, but they keep persistent for months. They are persistent and they are consistent. I was listening to a message one day, and the pastor said something. He said persistence is omnipotence. Now, what does that mean? Let's give an example of a rock and water. How does water pass through rock? It keeps chipping. Keeps chipping the rock little by little. Yes. And before you know what's happening, it passes. Yes. The rock gives way. Because with the persistence and the consistency, it keeps chipping and chipping until the way is made. So for a single person, please stay persistent. You know, you've been talking to that lady, you've been looking at that lady. God has been telling you, okay, this is the woman I have plans for you, but she has not seen it yet. Stay persistent, stay consistent, and you will get the result. Sincerely, you will get the result. And that takes us to the last point. They do not give up.
Well, in as much as they would have received a lot of shunning, a lot of what are these ones? A lot of whatever.
That's right.
A lot of any kind of negative
Honestly.
attitude you could ever imagine. These people have received it. But guess what? If you still pass there today, they're still gonna greet you. Very good.
Honestly.
Okay, so this brings us to the fact that we as human beings, we've experienced a lot of ups and downs. We've experienced a lot of big no's. We've experienced a lot of capital no's. We've experienced a lot of brother zoning, sister zoning, friend zoning, any kind of zoning that you want to name it. But they don't give up. If you give up, you've given up already. See, in inventions of things, look at our light bulb, for example. I don't know if you remember that this man tried over 100 times before it came about the success of the normal light bulb. I mean, like 100.
It's a lot.
Okay, now let me just quickly chip this in. At some point in recording and all of those things, at some point we had issues.
Honestly, I don't want to.
We don't want to talk about that, but we
shit.
had issues, and
Oh my God.
we tried this thing. We are not exaggerating. We tried this thing like 50 times.
Honestly.
Like 50 times, even no more than 50 times. And at some point, I was almost giving up. At some point, it was almost giving up, but we continued.
And why did we not give up?
Yes.
Because we had you at mind.
Yes.
You understand? We knew that we had an assignment
Exactly.
for you watching this video.
Exactly.
So we could not have given up at that point because we know that you need to learn a lot from us. You need to gain a lot from us. And God is giving us a message to you to help you in your quest for bliss in your relationship, in your quest for bliss in your marriage, and we couldn't afford to give up. Yeah. So our point to you this time is, please do not give up. Do not give up. So in the next video, we'll be discussing the 3 stages of the application of the beggar strategy for singles. Now take note, I said that will be for singles, and then we'll make another video that would be for the married. So married people, please chill, relax, and wait for it. It will come. It is hot. So we're going to serve it to your heart, and see you all in the next video. Bye.